Welcome to the Texas Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Anna and I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Coastal Carolina University. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is King Brown. I'm an admissions counselor from Coastal Carolina University. I will pull up my screen. We're going to explore Teal Nation. A quick little presentation for you all, show what Coastal has to offer. So Coastal was founded in 1954. We didn't become independent until 1993. We are located in Conway, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes away from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We have approximately 10,000 students, 5 academic colleges, and over 90 programs of study. Those programs are between different majors and minors, and we do have a couple of graduate programs and a doctorate program in our marine science department. We have a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio. So as an underclassman, your class size will be a little bit large, around the same setting as a high school class, around 25 to 30 students. And as you get to a upperclassman, that class size usually drops down to about 10 to 15 students, depending what your major is. 80%, almost 80% of faculty do possess their doctorate or terminal degree. So that means they reach the highest level of education in the field. So we try to give students the best education that we can give them all at an affordable price. We have over 120 student organizations ranging from Greek life organizations, faith-based organizations, student organizations, academic organizations. Myself, I was part of WCCU Radio. Coastal does have a radio station for students to use. So me and my friends did have a radio show my sophomore and junior year. It was a whole lot of fun, but feel free to visit our Coastal Connections website to see what else you can be involved in. I know if you don't see anything that you do enjoy or want to do, you can create your own club organization. You just need your signature and 7 others and a sponsor to create the organization that you would like. We have 19 Division I athletic varsity sports, ranging from men's and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, baseball, football, track and field, golf, volleyball, and a whole lot more. We are Division I, and we are in the Sun Belt Conference. The big sport we have right now is football. I'm not sure what we are ranked, but we were previously ranked 14th in the nation. That is the highest rank that we got so far. Unfortunately, we did lose to App State, but last season was our best football season, from my understanding. Our baseball team won the College World Series in 2016, and our basketball team made it to the March Madness tournament a couple of times as well. So our sports are pretty solid. We do offer club sports and intramural sports as well. So club sports, that's where you still get to try out to make the team. Still at a high competitive level, you still get to travel to other schools to play their club sports teams. And then intramural sports, that's where coastal students play other coastal students. So it's used for bragging rights. They do have intramural tournaments, and those tournaments do include prizes. So we offer all levels of sports for anybody who's interested. For our applications, last year we received over 15,000 applications. As you guys can see, the whole map is teal, so we like to emphasize hashtag Teal Nation. Most of the darker shaded teal states, that's where we get most of the applications from. 49% of our students are in-state, 49% of our students are out-of-state, and 2% of our students are international. So the 50% of students that we accept for freshmen, they have a GPA of a 3.2 to a 4.0, ACT score of a 19 to a 24, and a SAT score of a 1020 to 1150. We are test optional, so if you have a 3.5 GPA and above with a little bit of rigor in your courses, so if we're taking dual enrollment, AP, IB, honors, with a 3.5 GPA, you can be considered for test optional admission. If you have less than a 3.5 GPA and you're unable to test due to COVID reasons, just get in contact with your admissions counselor. We'll let you know what you'll need to submit. Majority of the time is a letter recommendation, a personal statement, and a one-page essay. The 20 core requirements for admission, we require 4 units of English, 4 units of math, that including Algebra 1, geometry, Algebra 2, and a higher level math course, 3 units of a lab science, 2 units of the same foreign language, 3 units of a social science, 1 unit of fine art, 1 unit of PE or RITC, and 2 academic electives. So some important dates. December 1st is a priority date for merit awards. Merit awards is money that Coastal gives you based off of your academic profile. The 2 ways to apply will be through our traditional application on coastal.edu/apply or through the Common App, which we are new to. And then once we receive your application, high school transcript, and standardized test scores, it takes up to 3 weeks until you receive a decision in the mail. And then this is our tuition, how it's broken down. In-state in total is a little over $22,000. Out-of-state in total is a little over $38,000. The meal plan and housing options that you guys see, that is the highest that it goes. And this is all without any merit awards, financial aid, scholarships, things like that. So those are all your highest options. So depending what you choose, the price can be a little less expensive. And then, and then our merit awards is how it is broken down. Freshmen can receive up to 15% off tuition, up to 60% off tuition. Again, that is based off of your academic profile. So we use your core GPA, the rank where you're graduating, any letters of recommendations, writing samples or essays, any extracurricular activities that you're doing. We can use that to build your academic profile and determine which merit awards you will receive. And that does conclude our presentation. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out through our admissions website. Here is my email and phone number. Thank you guys for being here today, and enjoy the rest of the presentations. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from Elon University.
Hey everyone, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Go ahead and start my timer. Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kimberly Romero. I serve as Assistant Director of Admissions for Diversity and Access here at Elon University, and it's my pleasure to share a little bit more about what Elon can offer you throughout your college experience. To give you an idea of what our student body looks like, we do have around 6,300 undergraduate students. That is a perfect mid-size. You get to see 4 faces you know, and maybe 4 that you didn't on your walk to class every day. We do have a pretty robust out-of-state student representation with about 76% of our students who are coming from out of state. We do have 50 countries represented in our 7% international student population, and then 18% of our students who do identify as students of color. Beyond race and ethnicity, Elon does embrace diversity across the board. We are ranked very highly on the Pride Index, so our Gender and LGBTQIA Center is a wonderful resource for anyone identifying within the communities or wishing to learn more about them. We also have a great Center for Access and Success that houses great support for our first generation student population, as well as great service opportunities to help out locally. We are centrally located in North Carolina, about an equal distance to the beach and the mountains. So if you would like to explore some of the state while you do attend college, there are some great opportunities there. We are also pretty central to the 3 major airports located in Greensboro, Raleigh, and Charlotte. So you're able to also get to those and some study abroad opportunities perhaps along the way as well. Now, to give you an idea of our academic offerings here at Elon, we do have 5 undergraduate schools that together make up more than 70 majors and minors that you can select from. Our Love School of Business is among the top 50 in the United States. Our School of Communications offers wonderful resources like a set on campus. You can practice your skills in front of the screen or behind them, a great sound producing studio as well. So very, very great facilities there. Our College of Arts and Sciences embodies a lot of traditional liberal arts majors you might expect. We do have a great engineering program that I do want to share with you all as well. We are building a new innovation quarter that is opening up next fall. So we We will be housing our engineering program there. We've got a couple of different routes. You can choose your 4-year degree in engineering or a dual degree in 5 years at a partner institution in those last 2. In our School of Health Sciences, we are very proud to have recently added our nursing major, and our Watts Williams School of Education houses great partnerships and programs to help all of our students wishing to pursue a teaching degree in whatever location they desire to teach in. To give you an idea of academic life at Elon, we are very proud to have recently received the #1 ranking for undergraduate teaching, really speaking to the strength of our faculty. 100% of our classes are taught by faculty members, and your average class size is 21, but we do cap all our classes at 33, all the way from your first year and first semester on campus through your senior year as you navigate deeper into your major. We have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio to give you an idea, especially in terms of advising with the number of students your professor or advisor might be working with at any given time, and a great learning center to help accommodate any learning differences or tutoring needs you might have along the way. Now, I do want to highlight a little bit about our Elon experiences. We do require that our students complete at least 2 of the 5 that you see here. I do want to highlight study abroad. Our global study program is the #1 ranked in the nation. So if exploring an opportunity outside of the US during your college years is on your radar, Elon is a wonderful option. Beyond that, we also have some great opportunities here within the US. We have hubs in Los Angeles, New York City, and Washington, DC, all with opportunities for you to study and explore those more metropolitan areas outside of our campus while receiving that firsthand experience as well. Now, in terms of student life, I do want to highlight here, we are a Division I athletic school playing in the Colonial Athletic Association. If college sports are on your radar, please feel free to let me know. I'm happy to connect with you and navigate that process as well. We do have over 280 student organizations ranging from fraternity and sorority life to the Ballroom Dancing Club and the Mac and Cheese Club. So no interest is too small here at Elon. And then you see some Instagram handles there below that I do encourage you to explore to get to know our campus a little bit more. In terms of our application process, we are on the Common App and we have our Elon application on our website. We have no preference as to which of the 2 you use to apply to Elon. They are both evaluated just the same. Perhaps our time today has encouraged you to apply. Early action is coming up next week on November 1st. And if it falls on your radar a little bit later in the year, we do have our regular deadline coming up on January 10th. You'll see there are the 3 main components of your application, along with demonstrated interest, all play a part in that. We are test optional with the exception of our nursing program, for which we do ask that you submit those test scores. The weighted GPA mid-range is recalculated. I do like to share that with students as they consider their GPA when applying to Elon. And then we have some special scholarship programs that I want to share with you, all with a deadline coming up on January 17th. In addition to these 4 that I'll share here, we do offer 2 merit-based awards that all students are automatically considered for, our Presidential Award and our Elon Engagement Award. These 4 programs here, again, do require that additional application, but I do want to highlight our accelerated programs that combine your undergraduate and graduate degree. We offer a master's in business in 4 years, a physician's assistant program in 5 years, a 3+2 setup, and then a doctor of physical therapy in 6 years and a 3+3 model. The last bit you'll see there is our Odyssey program, a wonderful cohort opportunity for students who may come of underrepresented backgrounds or might be first generation or high financial need. It does meet full financial need, so I do encourage you to apply if you believe it might be a good fit for you. If you haven't had a chance to come visit our campus, I certainly encourage you to do so. Scanning that QR code there will lead you to some opportunities that you can engage in virtually, and you can feel free to reach out via email for any questions that you have along the way. I am your admissions representative for Texas, and I'm excited to be a resource and help along the way. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to my colleagues.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from High Point University.
Hi, thank you. Let me share my screen. Hello, my name is Cecilia Granzin. I am the Associate Director for Regional Admissions at High Point University, located in High Point, North Carolina. I have a slideshow going, a little bit different, just some pictures of campus and the surrounding areas so you can really visualize yourself at High Point and see what our beautiful campus looks like. High Point University is located in High Point, North Carolina. It's very central in the state, so a few hours from the beach, few hours from the mountains. If you're an outdoorsy person, it is a great place to be. Lots of hiking, whitewater rafting, especially for us adventurous souls. But a little bit more about the university itself. High Point is a small private liberal arts institution. By small, I mean about 4,900 undergraduate students. Average class size is 17. What does this mean for you? It just means that we can personalize and individualize your educational experience to help you reach your individual goals. With our time today, I want to talk a little bit about what makes High Point different from literally the thousands of other universities, wonderful universities that you have to choose from. And what makes us different is our 4 pillars of academic success. The first pillar is academic excellence. Of course, any college that you find is going to excel in academics. That's why we keep our doors open. High Point is no different. We have over 60 majors and minors to choose from, but very unique to High Point is that we assign 100% of our incoming freshmen a professional success coach. This individual has a master's degree or higher and no teaching caseload. So they are completely dedicated to ensuring your student has a successful transition from high school to the High Point campus, helping them with academics, getting them involved, maybe tutoring resources or counseling resources, basically your go-to person when you're away from home, especially for Texas students being so far away from home. Also, we do have a 4-year graduation guarantee. So we want to get you in and out in 4 years, having a successful post-graduation journey. Second, hands-on experiential learning. 25% of your time is required to be hands-on experiential learning. What does this actually look like? A few recent examples. Our psychology students have worked with the FBI to help them distinguish between real and fake threat letters. Our interior design students will study at the Lorenzo de' Medici Institute in Florence, Italy. Our business students have access to a state-of-the-art stock trading room, has a live stock ticker, live financial databases, and of course, internships. We do have a guaranteed internship program, great for students to put on their resume and really start building that real world experience. Third, modeling values and building character. High Point students, faculty, and staff, we live out the mantra, to whom much is given, much is required. And our students give back a lot. They truly have a heart of service. Usually about 110,000 hours of community service is done by our students each and every year, which is incredible. And lastly, which in my personal opinion, may be most important, High Point is known as the premier life skills university. And I get a lot of questions about what does that actually mean? And we recognize that so many graduates nowadays are leaving college without the necessary life skills to be successful in the real world, in the workforce. So along with an excellent academic experience, students are learning life skills such as fiscal literacy, emotional intelligence, negotiation, selling, how to grow through failure. These skills are essential to be successful in the workforce nowadays, no matter what career you're going into. So what is the result of us using these 4 pillars of academic success, the academic excellence, experiential learning, modeling values, life skills? It's a 97% placement rate. 97% of our students are either employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation, which is incredible. So if you'd like to talk more about student life at High Point or would like to talk through the application process, please contact me. I am always happy to help. I am regionally located in Dallas, Texas, so very close with all of my Texas students. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from North Carolina State University.
Pull up. Perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Bogan. I'm one of the associate directors from NC State University, which is located in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm so excited to connect with you tonight and share some more information about NC State. So NC State is located in Raleigh, which is the state capital, and our campus really gives students the best of both. We're located about a mile away from downtown Raleigh, so you still have that true campus feel, but also the convenience of being very close to our city as well. Raleigh is consistently ranked as a best city to live and work in the US, and our students definitely take advantage of the area. NC State is the largest university in the state of North Carolina with 26,000 undergraduate students on our campus and a total student population of 36,000. Some important things to note too about our campus location is that we do have students that are coming from all over. So we have about 120 different countries that are represented on our campus, and we are one of 2 public research intensive universities in the state and very well known for our STEM discipline programs. But we do have over 100 majors to choose from on our campus. You'll also see here that we have 70+ industry partners that actually have set up physical locations on NC State Centennial campus to work with our students throughout their 4 years. So those co-op, those internships experiences are very well known for our students to either happen right on our campus, the Research Triangle Park area, or throughout the United States, and then also internationally as well. So here's important to note about 4 very important pillars to NC State and our education. So to start off is entrepreneurship. Over 170 startup and spinoffs have actually been created through our undergraduate research, and we are constantly ranked as a top 20 university for entrepreneurship. The second is our co-op and internship opportunities. So overall, NC State's motto is to think and do, and our students definitely hold that to true. We are #1 for return on student investment among public institutions in North Carolina, and our Career Development Center does an excellent job at really making sure students feel prepared to enter the workplace. Study abroad is also very popular among our students. We have over 200 study abroad programs around the world, and we also have our own NC State European Center located in Prague. Not only do our students, we encourage them to get experience through internships and co-ops, but with us being a research university, there is research opportunities for undergraduate students across the board. We have encouraged students with all majors to get involved with research. So whether a student is majoring in our College of Engineering, or maybe might be in our humanities programs, there is research opportunities for students no matter what their major may be. And as mentioned previously, we do have over 100 majors at NC State. We are very well known for our STEM discipline program, our College of Engineering. We actually have 17 different engineering disciplines for students to choose from, but about 20% of our freshman class actually enters in through our Exploratory Studies program, which is our version of undecided. So if students are undecided on a major, we would encourage them to enter in through our Exploratory Studies program. We'll have additional advising support and also take some classes to really help determine what might be a great major for you at NC State. Now I'd like to briefly cover our application process. So as you can see here, these are the requirements to submit an application. Biggest thing to note is we are on the Common App or Coalition application. We have no preference, either one is fine. An application fee, but we also do accept application fee waivers, an official high school transcript, and then we are test optional for fall of 2022, and students should feel no pressure to submit test scores. We're not expecting to see test scores on file, but you do have the option to self-report if you would like. And here are some of our dates and deadlines. As you can see, our early action deadline is quickly approaching for November 1st. Early action is definitely our preferred way for students to apply to NC State, as you'll have the most opportunities for scholarships if you are admitted through early action. So November 1st, you find out your decision January 30th, and then we do have our final and regular decision deadline of January 15th. Whether you apply early action or regular decision, you do have until May 1st to make your decision. So what do we look for in an application? So all of these factors are definitely important that we are going to take into account when we're doing application review. Academics and your performance in high school is going to be a major factor just to make sure that you'll be successful at NC State. Our courses are very rigorous, so we are looking at your course rigor throughout your time in high school. If you had APs, honors, any dual enrollment classes as well, those are definitely things that we would look for in your application. But it's very important for students as well to really also take into account their individual story. So we always encourage students to really express themselves through their application. Last year, we received over 32,000 applications for NC State's first year class. So it's a lot for us to go through, but we really want to make sure that students are highlighting their strengths throughout their application. So making sure that you're including all of that as well. Next on this slide is just a breakdown of the cost of attendance for an out-of-state student to NC State. As I mentioned, early action is the best way to apply for the most amount of scholarship opportunities. And we do have our very prestigious Park Scholarship Program for students that is full tuition, room and board, and fees for your 4 years at NC State. It does have a leadership component to it as well as service. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me or drop a question in the chat or in the Q&A box. But thank you for joining us, and I'll pass it off.
Thank you. Next, you'll be hearing from the University of South Carolina.
Hello, I'm going to go ahead and pull up some information real quick. Very excited to be chatting with you guys. One moment. Righty. All right, so I'm very excited to talk to you guys tonight about the University of South Carolina. My name is Lizzie Strauss. I am an admissions representative for USC, a regional representative. So I live in New Jersey at the moment, but I actually grew up in Texas. So I'm very excited to chat with you guys. So we'll go ahead and get started. So
Your presentation is in presenter mode. If you go to display settings, you can flip the screen. Yeah, swap.
Perfect.
There we go.
Thank you. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. So the University of South Carolina is a large public institution located in the capital city of South Carolina, Columbia. So it's a small traditional college town, but it's got that large university right in the middle of downtown Columbia. So it's about a few 100,000 people right there in Columbia. But like I said, campus is a large public institution. So we're right around 27,000 undergraduate students. So if you're looking for that large size institution somewhere in the South, with that large class size, you could definitely find that at USC. Columbia is a great town to spend those college years. It's got everything you could possibly need for a college student. So the surrounding area, there's a lot of things going on for students throughout the year, whether it's concerts that come through, events that they put on for the students, festivals. We just had the South Carolina State Fair come through, which was really fun to see. So students always have things to look forward to. That part of the country is also very big on outdoor recreation. So we have a lot of state parks right in that surrounding area, as well as some lakes and rivers. So students that like to be outdoors and participate in outdoor recreation, whether it's camping, hiking, paddleboarding, everything like that, there's a lot of opportunities for students to participate. And since we are the capital city, like I said, lots of things to do on the weekends. So there's always new up and coming restaurants, fun entertainment districts for students to hang out during the weekends, hang out with family and friends whenever they come to visit, and a lot of cool places to explore. One direction, you can drive a couple hours out to Myrtle Beach, and the other direction, you can drive into the mountains of Tennessee. So it's a great part of the country. As far as academics, we do have 60 nationally ranked programs, including the #1 international business program in the nation. We are a Tier 1 research university, and even though we are a large size institution, we have a fairly small student faculty ratio. So it's right around 17:1, and we have over 300 different unique degree options. So combining majors, minors, and concentrations, we've got a little bit of everything. We do have the nation's top public honors college. And so students that want to look for that extra challenge on campus can apply to our South Carolina Honors College. It is a full 4 years on campus. So students still take South Carolina classes, but about 1/3 of their classes are at the honors level. So they're taught by handpicked honors faculty, and they are able to take over 600 courses, or not take, but they're offered over 600 courses that are just honors class specific. And so students have an academic advisor on campus along with their own unique honors college advisor. So we also have another academic enrichment program called Capstone Scholars. This is 2 years on campus. Students don't have to apply to this program, but they are invited. And this is based off of academic information coming in as a first-time freshman. So just that community of high-achieving students in the classroom, having that opportunity to really bond with each other on campus. We have about 1,500 students that are invited to Capstone every year. First-time freshmen are required to live on campus that first year. After that first year, students typically move off campus into a few different areas, but that first year, students have more than 20 different residence hall options to choose from. So after they apply to the university and are accepted, they go through the housing application process in the spring of senior year. So we've got everything from traditional style residence halls to suite style to apartment style, all at varying costs right on campus. And all of those will have unique dining options located right there in the residence hall or scattered throughout campus that students can utilize at any point. We definitely have a very active student life. So we do have over 550 student organizations. We have a directory online called garnetgate.com. And so this allows students to browse all of our organizations, all 550 plus, or you can search by interest, whether it's related to academics, to your major, or if it's related to maybe outside interests, like we talked about outdoor recreation, maybe a specific interest that a student wants to continue on campus. So there's a little bit of something for everyone, and it's definitely a great way to get acclimated on campus, participate and meet people and really make the most of your time while you're a student. USC also focuses on helping students with what comes after that 4-year degree. So whether that's going on to professional school, a master's degree, or right into your career, we do have a career services center on campus available from day one, free for students to utilize, whether that's getting assistance with resumes, interview assistance, looking into internship opportunities, getting advising for what path they want to take throughout their years on campus. We have peer tutoring available if students ever need assistance in the class. And we also have a med school and a law school on campus. So students that need that pre-professional advisor to work with them through the application process, going towards those programs, all of that is available for all students of every major. So as a large size Division I school in the SEC, we definitely have a lot of Gamecock spirit on campus, and being in that smaller college town, it's definitely surrounding the entire community. So all of Columbia is very supportive of the university. It's definitely a little garnet and black bubble there, which is a really cool atmosphere. So we've got all of the major athletic sports on campus. And a little fun fact, our women's basketball coach, who I think is in one of those photos, our women's basketball coach just took the women's Olympic team this past summer to Tokyo, and they won the gold. So that was our women's coach. So she's sort of a celebrity on campus. So it's a lot of fun supporting our team throughout the year. Also, if students don't want to compete, at the NCAA level or even a club level, students can just hang out with friends, play intramural sports throughout the year, whether it's just playing sand volleyball with friends, getting out and hanging out at the pool, being able to go to the rock wall, just shoot hoops at the rec center. There's a lot of opportunities available for students outside the classroom. And I think I might be at time, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up, but I definitely encourage you guys to visit campus if you can and speak with your admissions representative if you have more questions.
Thank you. Lastly, you'll be hearing from the University of Tennessee.
Hello, everybody. My name is Richard Spencer. I am the Assistant Director for First Year Recruitment with the University of Tennessee, and I'm based in Austin, Texas, working with our Texas students. A little bit about Tennessee. We are the public flagship institution and land-grant university for the state of Tennessee. We have about 24,000 undergraduate students on a traditional 900-acre campus right outside of downtown Knoxville. We are the one-stop shop for the state of Tennessee. We've got about 185 different degree programs to choose from through 11 different academic colleges. I mentioned we are in Knoxville. It's the third biggest city in Tennessee behind Nashville and Memphis. Best thing I can compare it to here in Texas is the city of Fort Worth, if Fort Worth were its own thing outside of just the DFW Metroplex. Our campus is, again, right outside of downtown Knoxville, sitting on the Tennessee River and 45 minutes outside of the most visited national park in the country with the Great Smoky Mountains. So we really do have the best of both worlds, a great situation to be in, being in that urban atmosphere, but also with the mountains and all sorts of outdoor activities right there in our backyard. Knoxville itself is a bit of an artsy town, lots of live theaters, music festivals, art shows, craft shows and things happening downtown in our market square. Just a really cool vibe in the downtown area. And then Knoxville itself is also home to some major corporations. So when it comes to internships and co-op opportunities locally, some of the big ones that are known are Regal Cinemas and Discovery. Anybody an HGTV junkie, just know that that is based out of Knoxville. We were founded in 1794. We've been doing this for quite some time. A lot of history, tradition, and spirit. The color orange on campus, definitely a tradition-filled institution. The student experience revolves around bringing people from different backgrounds and cultures together from all across the country. Even though that we are the flagship institution, about 35% of our incoming class is from out of state. Our first year students are required to live on campus. After that, it's up to you on where you'd like to live. 600 plus organizations to get involved in. I think many colleagues have talked about getting involved on campus. So certainly pretty much anything you can come up with that you'd like to do outside of the classroom, we're going to have that opportunity for you on campus. In terms of becoming a Tennessee volunteer or a VIP, a vol in progress, we do accept both our own application and the Common App. The only required items are the application itself and the self-reported record. Everything else is up to you. It's optional. We are fully test optional through at minimum 2025, and then we will reassess after that point. Recommendation letters, supporting statements are also optional as well. We do recalculate and weight your GPA, so I just throw this up here to make sure anytime you see GPA averages listed for UT, it is on this course scale that's listed here with weight for honors, AP, IB, Cambridge dual enrollment classes as well. We do offer out-of-state scholarships based on test score and GPA. So the first one is the volunteer scholarship with a 3.8 GPA starting at a 28 ACT or 1300 SAT. These scholarships are automatically awarded to our out-of-state students so long as they meet the listed criteria. Our next level down would be the Tennessee Explorer Scholarship, starts with a 3.6 GPA with a 24 ACT or 1160 SAT. These are an either or situation. You either qualify for maybe the Explorer or the Volunteer, but they can't stack together. I mentioned before we're test optional. We also have test optional scholarships. So not submitting a test score has no bearing on your ability to receive scholarship. If you have a 3.8 GPA, we will holistically review you for the same level of scholarship as the Tennessee Explorer and the Volunteer. We do encourage you to come visit campus. We are wide open for tours through visit.utk.edu any day that we are open for business. Knoxville is pretty easy to get to. The airport is 15 minutes from campus, so you can even just fly in, take an Uber to campus and head back out. We offer virtual tours as well if you're not able to make it to campus, and the ability to chat with some of our current students to really get a feel for what it's like in their shoes. But that's it for me for tonight. It's my information up here on the screen, and I will turn it back over to our host.
Thank you. We have a few extra minutes, so I'd just like to invite everyone on to do some Q&A. I'll just ask everyone to go around in the same order they presented in and share what advice you would give someone going through the college search process. And we'll start with Coastal Carolina University.
My advice for the college search process, I would say to visit the campus. You can get a good feel of kind of your next home for the next 4 years. You actually attend a visit and kind of get the feel of the campus itself. It may not sound like a big deal, but A lot of people's decisions are based off of the campus tours and campus visits. And was there two-part question? I missed that. I only heard the advice one, sorry.
It was just the advice question.
Okay, gotcha, sorry.
I would say I encourage anyone navigating this process to ask questions along the way. Use the resources around you. Be sure that any doubt that you have as you navigate that decision is answered. You have a lot of resources at these campuses that you're exploring, so certainly make use of those and connect as much as you can along the way as you navigate your application process.
I think my biggest piece of advice is just to enjoy the whole process too. A senior year is just a big part of your life, and it's supposed to be fun and exciting. So take in every moment, enjoy the whole admissions and college search process, because you have so many opportunities in front of you, and it's just supposed to be so enjoyable and so fun.
And I would have to say, leading off of that as well, is really take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you through all the colleges. Don't feel like you have to make a major choice right now and stick with it throughout your 4 years. If you are undecided, definitely look into those programs as well. It's very hard to know exactly at 18 what you want to do for the rest of your life. So making sure that you're picking a college that is going to give you a lot of opportunities and being open to them as well.
Just to add on to what everyone else has said, I would definitely say look into exploring what might be a good fit for you individually, and that would kind of pertain to maybe 3 specific areas. Definitely geographically, are you interested in the location of the college or university? So geographic fit, and then of course the cultural fit. Are you looking for a larger size institution, smaller size, more I guess more one-on-ones feeling on campus, and also a financial fit too. I'd love to talk with students about that early on in the process to make sure that that could still ultimately be an option for you later in the admissions process too. So all of those areas are definitely good things to keep in mind.
On a slightly different note, I would say just a reminder to check your email. Just to make sure that maybe you even have a college email set up that is specific for the college application process, something that you can look into and be sure that you stay on top of. We send so much important information directly to you by email. And so we want to make sure that information doesn't get lost and that it's actually coming to you and not going to a spam folder, getting filtered out by your school. We don't want you to miss anything along the way or not have known that something was out there. So just want to make sure that that email is up to date and it's being checked on a regular basis.
Great, and we have a little bit of extra time, so I'll just ask another question and have you all share what's one thing you want students to remember about your school. Coastal Carolina can start again.
One thing to remember about our school, our mascot is the only mascot that comes from a fictionary tale.
I would certainly say for Elon to remember our stance on the global study piece. It's so instrumental to explore that world around you. Beyond the 4 corners that we sit in most of our days. So really taking advantage of that opportunity, and especially at a place like Elon where we have such a focus on that global awareness and global experience piece. So certainly keep that in mind as you consider your future colleges and universities.
I want all of y'all to remember that High Point University is the premier life skills university. So you won't be just receiving an education, you will be learning, utilizing the life skills necessary to be successful post-graduation within a professional work setting.
And for NC State University, I'll go back to our think and do motto at State. So very much a hands-on learning environment, no matter what your major is. So that think and do motto is what I'll leave you all with.
I definitely think it's important to share with students, in Texas, when you think about South Carolina, you're definitely not alone when you think about being 10, 11 plus hours away from home. Just under half of our students do come from out of state and are coming from 10 plus hours. And so, it's kind of a bonding moment to have so many other first-time freshmen also starting this new chapter, this new experience, being far from home, this new gained independence. And so it's definitely a way to bond with others and really, I think, make the most of your time there. So you wouldn't be alone in that process at all.
The University of Tennessee is the only school in the country whose mascot is the volunteer. So we really take that to heart and pride ourselves on service and leadership in the community. So that's something that I would hope people could take away from UT.
Great. Thank you all so much for sharing, and thank you everyone for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions, and you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. So thanks again, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.